going to turn this over to you guys pretty quick to ask questions. It's been a great week, week full of emotions, especially with our 13 seniors that we had. The emphasis was those guys all week long. Senior week's pretty special here, especially when you get an opportunity to get those guys up in front and you get to hear what this program means. And there was all 13 of them hit home runs with their address to the team, and it was pretty special. So with that, I'll turn it over. A win, excited.
Matt, what did you see in their defense that made quarterback run game so effective?
Well, they play a bunch of single high, and when you do that, you're going to run short on the quarterback. And so I got to believe, I'm speculating, guys, that they went into this and saw Cam Miller as not a threat to run the football, because what have we done most of the year? We ran number 15, and all of a sudden when 7 starts running it, there's a change of game plan real quick. And then once they got down, it became a pressure fest. There was pressure every snap, and our kids up front did a really good job of collecting it, and Cam did a great job of reading his key and keeping it when he needed to and giving it when he was supposed to.
Anything early with Stoppel?
I'm anticipating he's going to be okay. I don't know enough about it. I know he kind of got banged up, but I hope it was just more he got scared out there real quick. All of a sudden, he had a smile out there and was like, I think I'm okay. So we'll keep our fingers crossed.
Coach, obviously some frustration how that first half ended. What was the message going in? How'd you kind of keep the guys calm?
We need to play better. That was the message. The last 4 minutes were frustrating. We came out 3 and out. We kind of just messed around on defense a little bit. We didn't have a kind of an identity for that series, and frustrating to let them score right going into half, but I love the way our kids responded. Coming up, big return. All of a sudden I got the ball at the 45-yard line. Offensively, we finished with a touchdown. Any momentum going into half that they had felt like we took it right back in that first, and it only took about 1:45 for us to score a touchdown.
Just describe the start. I mean, to be up 21-0, 16 points in the game, I'm sure if you...
I was scared to death. Yeah, we've been there before, and we talk about that. We need to finish. It says it right there in our locker room. Start fast, or start strong, finish stronger, and we needed to do that today. And I was really excited. Fourth quarter shutout. That was big for our guys today.
What's when you're referring to the SDSU game? I'm sorry. I assume you're referring to the SDSU game when you're up 21 or whatever. That's in the back of your mind. Okay.
That's the one. We identify the white elephant.
Defensively, they get the score to go
well, I think
21.
You saw there in the end of the first half, just some contain issues. We had him. We knew he was going to roll to his. Anytime he rolled away from his arm, incomplete, out of bounds, probably a second and long, third and long situation. We let him roll to his arm, and he became very efficient with the football. And so we needed to do a better job, and I thought we did late. And then I thought we did as the game progressed, middle of the third into the fourth, we tackled better too.
Matt, what did you see on the deflection there that Logan Hofstad came out of nowhere to make a play?
We're pretty lucky is what I saw. It's an oblong ball. It doesn't bounce true, and sometimes, what I said. He only made that catch because he plays hard. That's why he made the catch. He was in a route, all right, and playing full speed, and if he wouldn't have been playing full speed, he wouldn't have had the opportunity to make it. So kudos to him, and kudos to the rest of the young men on this football team, because that's how that's what we want to see out there.
Reveal anything further on Hunter Lipke?
Injury-wise? Shoulder. Still trying to figure it out. We're working on a second opinion right now. Our doctors have kind of given him their thoughts, and now he's going to see somebody else.
In the game too, just Cam's, I guess, throw to DJ Hart, especially, you're pinned back, I guess. How big was that throw? And it was
huge. What was that, a 97-yard drive? Yes. Yeah, huge play. Because I believe that was a third down play also. So not only did we get the ball out from the shadow of the end zone, but we're able to get points on that drive. Now, I'll be honest, DJ's probably going to catch a lot of heck for getting walked down. We think he's pretty fast, but he got ran down. They got some talented kids too on their team.
Waiting for a while for DJ. Obviously, a flash against SDSU to have that catch in the return was that the. I know you hate the word potential, but what you expected out of him?
Well, that's what we need out of him right now. And Dom, you're right. I hate the word potential because all that means is unproven talent. And, DJ continues to show glimpses. We just need more consistency out of him.
You say you don't follow that, but now the regular season.
We're gonna get ready for whomever is next and wherever they send us.
You've been kind of a history buff this year. He tied a school record. Talk about Cam.
He did.
Paul Hatchett's school record.
What was the school record?
5.
5 touchdowns?
Yeah, in one game. Sense of history there?
You talk well. I just think of some of the unbelievable quarterbacks that have played here, and I'm not talking about Division I era. Yeah, I'm going back even in the Division II in a inside outside veer oriented scheme that I would have thought more than 5 would have been the record here. But that's pretty unique. Cam continues to be a professional in how he prepares. Comes to practice, is in the office all the time. Handles his business in the classroom, great leader, great young man, big part of our program, and it's exciting to see him have success. I know there's 120 people in that locker room that are super excited for him.
Let him come out of the tunnel with his kid in his arms?
I have not, but I'll tell you this. That young lady has been as big a part of this football program as anybody this year. On a daily basis, she probably stops by my office, says hello to me, because there's somebody else's babysitting. Because when Michael has to go substitute teach because he's got his teaching license, one of his teammates is watching his daughter. And so, Bison family.
Can you say about the offensive line? I mean, Gray's able stepped in, seemed to do a pretty good job.
Gray might be the best 6 lineman in the country. And I say that with all, we continue to find ways. And so when Mason went down and we had to put Gray in, it was a couple weeks ago, Gray played most of the game. I think it was Illinois State when we were here at home. And, he started games in the spring of 21. He's a dang good offensive lineman and super excited that he's part of our program. And he fits in that room really well. Those guys that might be the tightest room. You guys have heard me say it. They emulate who we want to be and what we're all about as a program, that offensive line.
Propensity to bring so much backside pressure part of why Cam was such a big part of your offensive game plan?
Well, I think potentially, they were bringing what we call kind of cat smoke, double edge from the tight end quite a bit. And I think they were crashing their ends on the backside. So ability to keep the ball, and Tyler Rowe put a great game plan together. We ran a lot of bypass today where we were blocking the force player, and really just one-on-one with the safety in space with Cam. And Cam ran as well as I've ever seen him run the football. That one touchdown, he made some cuts that I don't know if he knew he had in him, but it was impressive.
You always say you want to be playing your best football in November. What seemed to change with this team after the bye week here for the last 4 games?
I think we've matured a little bit. Probably not enough at times. I think we've gotten some experience in some positions where we were inexperienced. Defensive line is one of them. We've gotten Wisniewski back. He helps us on defense a little bit. We continue to solidify the offensive line. Thank goodness we have great depth there. Dan Larson does a tremendous job. We got great kids in this program. I think everyone in Bison Nation should be super excited about how these guys have responded. They knew we weren't playing our best football at different times. And Dom, I don't know if we have played our best football yet, but we're sure excited to go try and keep getting better because this team can.
Yes. Tell me that you want to watch the tape, but your thoughts on Finn Diggins? You said Stoffel will be okay, but he did come in and participate in a big way.
He did, and Finn continues to grow. Finn is a really good football player. Needs to continue just to understand some of the intricate details. I think weight room and things like that will only help him. He's only a second-year player, but there's days at practice he's drinking out of a fire hose. But when we can narrow our focus like we did in the second half today, you saw us run no pole power. You saw us run inside zone, and really that was it. Well, if we can narrow it down for those young guys, they can execute at a high level. And so that has to be taken into account as we move forward.
Defense A little comfortable or complacent after the big lead there?
I don't know. I watched film. I wasn't happy with how we were playing, if that's what you're getting at.
Michael, you described running out of the tunnel with your daughter this afternoon.
Hard, really put into words. I told somebody it's probably the single-handedly best experience I've ever had, besides her when she was born. But just amazing, amazing. Like the fact that this place and Coach Entz allowed me to do that, and just that I have teammates in the program that cares and loves for her so much. It's just hard to put into words. I don't want to say too much. I'm gonna start, balling up here. So, but man, just amazing place, special people all around, and just an experience I'll never forget. One of the best of my life.
Cody, what was it like to see that? You ran out before that, didn't see Michael come out.
Yeah, I mean, that was about as emotional as you could get. It's tough enough watching your buddies, go through the tunnel for the last regular season game, but then you see something like that, and I'm sitting there tearing up, while watching that. And even just like throughout the whole week, we get our senior speech. It was an emotional week. We had these senior speeches at the end of practice, and I'm hearing Tut, I'm hearing Doss, I'm hearing guys like that, and I'm bawling at the end of practice. Like, it was just an emotional week all around.
Cam, 5 touchdowns. The record goes back to the late 60s. Can you talk about the historical nature of that?
I had no idea that I was going to score 5. I knew that they were going to run me a little bit more. Like, usually I have maybe 3 to 5 rushes a game, and I don't know what I had today. But, no, I had no idea that I would have scored 5.
You feel like you're underestimated a bit as a running threat?
I think so, yeah. I think part of the reason why the coaches don't run me much is, I think, just physical part of it. They don't want me taking a lot of hits, which I understand. But I don't know. I think for myself, I'm more engaged in the game. I'm more locked in when I can run the ball more and kind of take hits. That kind of helps me ooze into the game a little bit more.
What's the most touchdowns you ever scored in a game? Off the top of your head?
Maybe 2. I was telling Cole on the sideline, the last touchdown that I scored was the longest one I've ever scored in my life. All of them have been inside like 15 yards, so that was pretty cool.
Did you know you had that in you, that kind of shiftiness to make a move like that and get it?
Yeah, I knew that, but I'm not the fastest, but I know that I have some, skill.
Can you walk us through the 76-yarder to DJ?
Yeah, so we had, I think it was 0-2 personnel. We had a lot of skill guys in, and we motioned Eli out. And I was really just reading the D end because we had a hitch on. It was 3rd and 6, wasn't it? 3rd and 7, something like that. And I was going to take the hitch, and the D end dropped right underneath that. So my eyes immediately went to the field, and I had seen DJ beat the guy off the line, man coverage, and he was wide open. So I just couldn't miss that one.
Please describe when you get off to a 21-0 start. I mean, what went well early, and what does that kind of just do for you when you start that strong?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think we've had a lot of success with our openers this entire season, and coming out to a fast start just kind of sets the tempo for the game. And on top of that, like, one of the things that we did so well today was we started strong in the second half too, which we've been struggling a lot with. And it was good to see the offense in general, but just the entire team put together 4 quarters of good football for probably one of the first times this season.
Coach Entz mentioned the SDSU game because he said 21-0, he'd been there before. Did that not enter any of your guys?
Oh, I would say for sure. I mean, I think Coach Entz might even mention something. Hey, we've been here before. We're saying to each other, we've been here before. And just, you can't let that happen again. And people are definitely echoing that to each other.
Cody, what do you think changed with this football team after that game? Through the bye week, the last 4 weeks, what do you think has changed?
Probably just trusting each other more, maybe, leaning on each other. I'm not going to say it was early in the season, but it seems like so long ago now, but I just feel like I'm going to speak more as the offense. I think we've just come so far. We're trusting the run, we're trusting the pass, we're trusting our play action shots. When you can just fully trust whatever Coach Roll's going to call, I mean, you're going to be clicking all the time, I think.
Cody, you're a North Dakota guy. Did this game have the juice that you expected it to have? You guys get so far ahead that maybe some of the intensity came out of the crowd, but did it feel like a rivalry game?
Yeah, I would say so. I mean, the crowd was juice, and like the added implication of senior day as well. But I thought I knew it was going to be a good game. Like they're a good team too. They're going to be a playoff team, and you knew it was going to be a big one. But I would say definitely like the expectations match what I expected.
I assume you were trying to hit the UND defensive back on the helmet and have it deflect to Hofstad on a play. That was the plan all along.
I guess you could call it that. I got pretty lucky there. I did.
Michael, after they got to 21, you guys knuckled down. Obviously, they didn't score again. Were there any adjustments made? Did you just tackle better? As simple as that. What kind of clicked there?
I mean, honestly, that's a great question because there really wasn't much adjustments for us to make. Like up front, they were kind of getting after us a little bit. I'm sure the D-line will tell you that. And, that we just had to play a little bit harder and get off blocks and make tackles, swarm to the football, and play Code Green football. It was kind of absent for, when they went on that run and scored a lot. So, we just can't let that happen in the middle of the games, and we got to be better being consistent throughout the game. But definitely not many adjustments were made defensively. We just played harder.
Michael, now regular season's over, now seeding comes into play. I mean, where do you think you guys deserve to be, or just with your regular season have, where would you put yourself?
I mean, I think it's hard for me to kind of to determine where we'll go, but I'd like to. I mean, definitely think we'll get a top 4 seed and get a first round bye for sure. And I really don't want to look into it too much. Whoever's on the schedule, if we don't get the bye, if we do get the bye, we'll be ready to go. We're going to go through our process the same exact way. It doesn't matter who's coming in or if we got to go on the road, but we'll be ready to go once playoff time comes.
You guys are trending in the right direction, Michael. NDSU's, forte is always to be going this way at the end of the year. Do you feel like you're doing that?
Absolutely, absolutely. I feel like each week we've just continued to climb that ladder and just get better and better. Offense, defense, special teams. Like some of these guys were saying, that growing bond as a team and love for each other, that relationship, that's continued to grow and only make us better. And I think that every year, and especially a little different year, like we're not used to, having 2 losses. It's not common here. And we did have 2 earlier losses, but we've learned from them, and we continue to just move on, and we're where we want to be right now going into playoff football. We'll say that for sure.
Your thoughts on just the way that Finn played when Joe went down? You obviously played next to him, I'm sure, on a couple snaps. How did you think he did?
I thought Finn stepped up great. I mean, it sucks to lose a guy like Joe, especially with how we've had a little bit of trouble at that position with people getting hurt and whatnot this year. But Finn stepped up great. I mean, honestly, there were times I was in there and I don't even know who's next to me, and we're still getting it moved. I thought Finn stepped up, played really well, and we'll continue to do so. That's the thing is you can rely on guys like that, next man up mentality, and Finn played well today, I thought.
Cody, you recap the week after an emotional day on Tuesday at home. What today was like for you?
Yeah, it meant so much. It was not only senior day, but the whole Hankinson deal on Tuesday was really special to me and my family. And to come out and play football the way we did today, I mean, obviously that was the biggest thing we wanted to do all week. But, I'm excited to go upstairs after this, talk to my family a little bit.